For 150 years, Pilsen has been a community for immigrants. Known for its art scene, the neighborhood maintains a diversity unique even to the Chicago Loop, a mere 5 miles northeast.
It's predominantly a Mexican neighborhood. Since I've been here, of course it's changing, but there's still a strong element of the Mexican community in Pilsen.
Almost usually a working class neighborhood, with the exception of certain areas of the neighborhood currently that aren't so much Mexican or working class. But yeah, I think historically the neighborhood was for working class people. At first, like Eastern Europeans, then Mexicans, and now, I don't know, college kids or something.
Even the art scene in itself is diverse, with opportunities to engage through the National Museum of Mexican Art, local or private galleries, and of course, the murals.
Commonly, the murals that are on the street are like the traditional old school, like early 90s murals. They're these murals that are heavily influenced by the Mexican muralist movement of the 20s, 30s, and 40s, like the Diego Rivera's and Orozco. And it's these kind of public arts or public pieces of art that try to educate the Mexican masses through artwork, to educate them about history and to educate them about Mexican culture. Like the idea of art as social practice is something that to me is like a funny term because it's inherent in Mexican art, you know?
But with the onset of gentrification and the current political climate, how is the neighborhood reacting? And how is the art changing?
So the people that are living here are not the ones, you know, that were living here 20 years ago per se, right? It was always kind of like, oh, that's the south side, or ooh, that's like the wrong side of the tracks, or whatever. And I think now it's like everyone realized that it's on the map all of a sudden. It's, you know, it's on the city map. Before, this was never on the city map as a neighborhood, right? It was like, you know, something else. So now it's like, oh, Pilsen, oh, that's cool. When you talk to people, it's like, oh, that's where all the artwork is. And it's like, no, the artwork has been here for a while.
Because there's a ton of artists that are creating work, both in like public settings and academic settings and private galleries, that is addressing the current political situation. I think what I was more feeling is that there's just this lack of like a general feeling in the art community of creating some cohesive giant scale projects. For example, like why haven't we painted like a 3-foot mural of like a decapitated Trump or something? You know, something very strong.
Listen, the murals now are becoming a big highlight in Pilsen, but they've been here way back when I got here. You know, there were several known artists at the time. Now they've sort of centralized, and there's more working together and picking the walls, and the art obviously has changed some of what they're trying to portray. But I think Pilsen had artists, lots of them, always.
Just walking along 18th Street shows the centralization of these various pieces, from superheroes to politics. It seems that the artistic gem of Pilsen has always been there, but the public has only just begun to appreciate it. For Medill, I'm Fahmy.